like you?
Apart from the smoking and the drinking and the vulgar mother and the verbal diarrhea.
No, I like you very much. Just as you are.
He never blinks, Mr. Darcy, did I say?
No, I know, you're right. Did you have to point that out?
Sorry.
We can spend a lifetime in search of our own Mr. Darcy, and if you're still on the hunt, our next guest says there's no need to give up just yet.
Yeah, relationship expert Tala Scott says there are actually 7 different types of people you need to meet before you find Mr. Right, or the one. She joins us now to explain. Tala, good to have you in.
Well,
You've identified these 7 types to get to Mr. Right. How did you come up with these?
I found my own Mr. Darcy when I was 29, but I was married with a family at the time.
Ooh,
so
that's
I
inconvenient.
let the relationship go.
Yeah.
But
you let Mr. Darcy go?
Yes, I did.
Wow.
And then I decided to help other women find this love that I needed to let go of. And so with 25 years of research and study, that's what we've done. We've helped women find this very beautiful relationship.
So tell us about the first 2 types, Mr. Grey and Mr. McDreamy.
Mr. Grey is all about control. He's emotionally distant and he has a fear of love.
Right, okay. Mr. McDreamy?
Mr. McDreamy is the soulmate relationship, that big relationship we see in movies.
Okay, well, that sounds good. What's wrong with it?
He's 98.5% correct.
Okay, so
Can't round that one up, can we?
Let's go on to Mr. Unavailable and Mr. Upgrade, which sounds good. What are these men like?
Mr. Unavailable, the name, you'd sort of think, well, that could be really, really tricky, but he actually feels a very deep sense of love. He's not available mentally or emotionally.
Like Mr. Big,
Okay.
I would assume.
Yes.
And what about Mr. Upgrade?
Mr. Upgrade, there's a lot of magnetism with Mr. Upgrade, but he gets to a point in his life where he's very unsettled and will usually upgrade into a younger lady.
Oh, he upgrades. All right, here's the one that I think I am, and here I am now. Mr. Variety and Mr. Duality. So let's talk about me, Mr. Variety. Why am I so good?
Oh, he loves all the ladies.
Loves to be the centre of attention. That is you.
Yeah.
Ladies' man, kind of.
Yeah.
Leaves once.
Relationship is serious. Well, what you do is just never take them seriously.
No,
That's my trick there.
That's exactly right. And so he flits to different ladies, and he won't commit. So, so he's a little bit
That's
tricky.
not Variety is what I thought it was. Then.
Okay, what was the other one? From
Mr. Duality.
Mr. Duality.
It's like a Mr. Men book.
Yeah, that's the point.
Mr. Duality is probably the most complicated one of all. He's what's known as the twin flame.
The twin flame.
Twin flame. So this person will be very different to you.
Okay.
Yeah,
so,
very
Tala, you
different.
say each of these types of men is leading up to Mr. Darcy. Is he the perfect man?
He definitely is the perfect man.
Okay. Do you regret the fact that you stayed in your marriage and you didn't go with your own Mr. Darcy?
Definitely.
Oh,
Definitely.
really? Mm-hmm. Oh, my.
Right.
But my marriage ended, and so I went then through the stages of these 6 stages all by myself.
Right.
Okay.
So I have my own personal experience of how they work.
So what about Mr. Right? How do we get Mr. Right back into our life? Old Mr. Darcy. Did you get him back? Everyone's dying to know now.
Yes, he's coming back.
Oh, wow.
What?
Yes, he's coming back in the future.
That's very exciting.
And so that's
look
the energy
at
of the
you.
3rd book, my whole journey of finding Mr. Right again.
Look at you.
So what's your advice out there for people, Tala? If they,
Get out of your marriage.
do you have to first of all recognise who you're with? Maybe, like,
Definitely, yeah.
who were you with when your Mr. Darcy came along? What kind of man did you?
I was with Mr. Grey.
Mr. Grey.
Yeah, so that was a very difficult
Right,
time.
okay.
So the best tips are to embrace self-love. So go do the things you love to do and have that first relationship with yourself. That's really, really important.
Yeah.
The second is self-reflection. It's really good to write down a list of your past relationships and just see if you're attracting the same kind of man
There's a
again.
common thread there.
Yes.
That's exactly right.
And how you can break that. Tala, thank you so much for coming in. You can purchase
That's
this
my
book,
pleasure.
Heaven on Earth Begins, The 7 Stages of Love. Now at amazon.com.au. Great to have you in here.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Still to come, they're one of the most iconic pairs in rom-com history, but what did Meg Ryan really think about working with Tom Hanks?
And working class woman, soul singing queen Mahalia Barnes is joining forces with DC to perform a festive song just for us.
I don't know that song.
I'm on Queensland's beautiful Gold Coast, and right behind me here is spectacular North Burleigh Beach. I'm here to share with you one of my latest projects. This project has been a labour of love,